Hello divas, it's your girl Grace aka Facequizite here, and welcome to another episode of Styling with Grace. On today's topic, we're going to be looking at something that I think would be very useful to all of us, and I would also be sharing some of my experiences as well. So today we are going to be looking at shapewear, the good, the bad and the ugly. Before I dive into this, I'm going to share an experience with you divas. So back in the days, I used to do makeup. I still do, but not like I used to. And for those of you who don't know, I'm a multiple award-winning makeup artist. So I was nominated for an award, and so I went to this award ceremony and I made sure I was snatched, because I wanted to make sure that, you know, if they call me on stage, if I happen to win because I was nominated and they call me on stage, I would step on that stage looking absolutely fabulous. Now, I'm used to wearing shapewear. I wear a lot. I have a lot of shapewear. You know, I'm a shapewear kind of girl. So anyway, I go on stage. No, sorry, I'm jumping ahead. So I'm there and, you know, I'm looking fabulous and everything. However, I start to feel a little bit uncomfortable. Why? Because the shapewear was digging into my ribs. And of course I had to sit there looking pretty and, you know, act like it was all good. But I was so uncomfortable. Who do I tell? I can't tell anyone. I couldn't even tell my friend who was there with me because I was so embarrassed. And I just thought, okay, I'll just grin and bear it. So I sat there, but I couldn't really enjoy the ceremony because I was so uncomfortable. But anyway, it got to the point where I couldn't take it anymore, and it was still earlier on in the event. So I said to my friend, I need to use the bathroom. So I got up, I went to the bathroom and decided to unhook this thing and just have a breather, adjust what needed to be adjusted, hook it back and go back and sit down like nothing happened. Anywho, so I went to the bathroom, and as soon as I closed the door, took off my dress. I had to take the whole dress off because it's one of those dresses that I had to literally take the dress off, hang it behind the door, and then I started to unhook the hooks on my corset. And of course it was all bruised. It was all bruised up. I think I cinched it in too tight because it had three you know, the ones with the 3 bars or 3 steps, whatever. I put it on the very last one, but I was feeling so uncomfortable. So anyway, I unhooked the whole thing and it was so sore because I didn't go and adjust it on time. Anywho, so I did that, took a breather for a few minutes. Well, I'll say a few seconds, seemed like minutes, but I couldn't stay too long and I couldn't leave it completely off because, you know, I came in with a flat belly. I'll be damned if I'm stepping out with a bulge. No. So I had to put it back on. But oh my goodness, it was a struggle to put back on. I tried and tried and it was so sore. But anyway, I eventually got it back on, and I guess it was now worse. But I had to grin and bear for the night. And unfortunately, I didn't win that particular award, so I didn't get called onto the stage. But maybe that was a good thing because I was just so uncomfortable. So anyway, by the time I got home and took off this thing, I had scratches and sores all over my rib cage, my back, you know, where the fat, the back fat rests on the corset. There was prints all over my belly, and I just thought to myself, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? But of course it was, because a few weeks later I was wearing the same corset, and that is how vain I am. Unfortunately, I love corsets. But today we're going to be looking at the good, the bad and the ugly side of wearing shapewear. Now, what is shapewear? For those of you who don't know, shapewear is a garment. Sorry, I've got my phone because I'm going to be referencing it. It's a garment that we wear to smoothen out the lumps and bumps in our bodies. So for example, if you have the fupa, you have, you know, back fat, you know, you have a bit of a protruding belly, the shapewear would help you suck it all in. And we have 2 types of shapewear. So we have the shapewear that is like the skims. So those ones, they will smoothen out but they won't suck you in. And then we have the ones that are like you know, the hooks and the zip. So those ones are, they give you good compression, but not as much as the corset, which is the final one. The corset is a heavy duty one that will suck you in and keep you in, and that is the one that gives you that silhouette. But I've got all of them, but I find myself wearing the corset a lot. There was once upon a time when I would wear that corset almost every day, and it did work. My midriff decreased. Anyway, I love my shapewear, and I would always wear a shapewear. But the reason I'm doing today's video is to also talk about not just the good side of shapewear, because I absolutely love shapewear. I'm going to advocate for shapewear because, of course, we always want to step out looking good. But there is a downside to wearing the shapewear. So we have to be properly informed so that when we are wearing it, we're taking the necessary precautions. And when because of what happened back then, repeated itself about a month ago when I went to a family event, and on this time I didn't even feel anything. I was just dancing, I don't know if it was the adrenaline, but I was fine until it was time to change at home, and everything was I still got the scars now. Then I thought, okay, I need to look into this. What's going on? What can I do? Which ones are the best for me? In me trying to look for that, I then came across some information about the side effects of wearing a shapewear, and I was curious, so I started looking, and OMG, what I found was a shocker. Wow, I was shocked, because I'm thinking to myself, I just want to look fabulous. I don't need all these side effects. So I'm going to share with you both the good, the bad, and the ugly. So what's good about shapewear? Yes, of course, it keeps us looking snatched. We look good in our outfits. You know, when you wear a shapewear underneath, be it the skims, be it the regular ones with the zip and the hooks, the ones that the BBL girls wear, you know that one, or be it a corset type one, that's the heavy duty one, you need to be informed about the side effects. A shapewear would give you that hourglass shape. It will suck in your belly, it will smoothen things out for you, it would make that little black dress look so beautiful. But you also need to be mindful of the downside of wearing that shapewear. So in us trying to look good, we also need to be careful and look after ourselves, because at the end of the day, it's not just about what's on the outside, it's also about what's on the inside. Like I said, I'm an advocate for shapewear. I love a good shapewear, and I will always wear a shapewear. I will continue to wear shapewear. So this video is not to tell you to stop wearing a shapewear. Absolutely not. As I'm standing right in front of you in this video, of course I've got my shapewear on. Duh, I've got my shapewear on. So yes, there is the good side of it, but there are several misconceptions about the shapewear. For example, some people believe that it's just for women and that men don't need a shapewear, but they do. Some men do wear shapewear, and what I'm about to talk about applies to both male and female. I made some notes because I was reading, I was like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, this is a lot. People need to know. In case they don't know, they need to know. And we need to be mindful of these things. So I'm going to share that with you. Also, one thing that shocked me even more, apart from the side effects, was the statistics that I came across. Do you know that the shapewear market was valued at $4 billion as at 2022? And that number is anticipated to increase to 7.8 billion in 2030. Sisters, we need to get into this market. We can't just be buying. We can't just be consuming. We need to get into this industry. Okay, divas? Food for thought. I know what I need to do. So anyway, I've spoken about the benefits. It smoothens you out, and I'm also going to link a video here where I spoke about, you know, the benefits of shapewear, knowing the right shapewear for your body and all that. I'm not going to dwell too much on that because we already did a video on that. However, I want to touch on the side effects. I have got tons. Like I said, I was flabbergasted. I'm like, why? I just want to look good. What's this? So, did you know that if you wear your shapewear too often, and I believe this because I've seen people go from, I mean, there was one particular woman who managed to reduce her waist to a size 16 just from wearing shapewear. And as I was looking at her, I came across her online, and I thought to myself, this woman can break in too. Honestly, that's what I was thinking, because the waist was like this. And I'm thinking, where's all the organs? Because clearly it's moved. But honestly, I wasn't even thinking. And then I thought to myself, oh, she's probably lying. Maybe she took out some ribs just like Janet Jackson. But when I came across these, I was like, oh my goodness, I must share with my divas. So, these are the side effects of wearing a shapewear too often. So for those of you who are waist training in particular, this is for you, because when you're waist training, you're wearing this every single day. But if you're wearing it once in a while, you know, only for special occasions, which is what I now do, whereas before I was wearing it every day because I was training my waist and it did work. But then when I started to get scars, and I thought, you know, what's the point? I still want to take off my clothes and have a nice beautiful skin. I don't want scars on my skin. So I decided I was going to restrict it to going out, and then I started going to the gym, lost the weight, so I didn't really need it that much. But of course I gained the weight back. Sorry for another day. Anyway, so here are the side effects, divas. The first one is that it constricts the small bowels and the stomach, and this forces acid back up the food pipe, which then causes acid reflux. I did experience that, but I didn't realize, I didn't link it to the wearing of corset. And I'm thinking, where's this from? But I just thought because maybe the food was acidic or something. But when I look back, I think I can attribute it to too much wearing of the corset. So be very careful, divas. The second thing is it causes slow food digestion. And you know, when we're trying to lose weight, we're not trying to keep our food in there not digesting. So we're trying to constrict ourselves to look nice on the outside, but what we're doing is making things difficult on the inside because the food is not digesting on time, and that's not a good thing. It can lead to bladder problems as well because you're constricting everything. Look at this image here. Look at the intestines, look at everything. Look at how it started and look at what it's become. Everything is constricted. And that's not good. And everything I'm reading out now is from a research carried out by I did find some more, but the majority of these findings are from a research carried out by Medical College of Wisconsin in the United States. So they did a research and this is what they found out. So the compression of the small bowels and the stomach forcing the food back up the food pipe, causing acid reflux, slow food digestion, bladder problems, urinary tract infection. It affects your breathing. Again, that did not happen to me to an extent, but nothing serious. But I've seen someone who actually passed out from wearing a corset. So I believe that it can happen. I don't know if it was the heat that contributed to it, but maybe if the person wasn't wearing one, then it wouldn't have been, you know, so bad. But this is what they say. These are the findings. It affects your breathing, and so you can pass out. It makes you hyperventilate as well. It causes skin irritation. I've definitely experienced that. So if as I'm mentioning these things, if there's any of these that you have experienced from wearing especially the corsets, because the body shaper, I don't know if that you can get it from that, though they say you can, but you know, as somebody who's worn all, I feel like the main culprit is the corsets. But anyway, let me know if you've experienced any of these side effects that I'm calling out. So urinary tract infection, it affects your breathing, skin irritation, scar tissue formation, divas, incontinence. Can you believe that? Incontinence. Wow. So you are advised that if you suffer from IBS, to avoid wearing a corset. Guilty. So guilty. So guilty. And I didn't know. That's why I'm bringing this to your attention, divas, because we wear these things and we think nothing of it. But look at all the side effects, and I'm not done. So, incontinence, that one scared me. Varicose veins and blood clots. But this one apparently is more common in those who are genetically prone to varicose veins. But it's good to be mindful of it nonetheless. Apparently it causes ingrown hairs, and I think this one is, well, I don't think, I know this one is more for the ones, you know, where the ones you wear, so it's not just the waist, but you wear it and it's tight, but you know, cuts into your thigh. Those ones, they cause ingrown hairs. You don't want that, because then it just makes it look untidy down there, and also it irritates you and it becomes uncomfortable. It weakens your core muscles as well. It weakens your core muscles. Now, I know that they say that it helps us to stand straight, and I believe that, because when I wear body shape, especially corset, it helps me stand straight. But apparently with long use, your body becomes dependent on that, and you lose it. It weakens your core muscles, thereby causing it not to be able to perform like it should when you're not wearing a corset. So you're completely dependent on wearing that corset in order for you to stand straight. That is not good, divas. So what I'm saying to you is, be mindful of these things. Of course, continue to wear your shapewear if you must, because I'm not stopping. But because if you're wearing it on a temporary basis, like you only wear it for special occasions and you're not wearing it on a daily basis, then you know it's fine, because it constricts and then it relaxes again. It's not so bad. But when you continue to wear it day in, day out, like people who will say, oh, I've been wearing my corset now for 5 years straight. Some people even wear it to bed. That's so dangerous. That is so dangerous. So if you're one of the people who are trying to train your waist, they call it training the waist, but what it's actually doing is constricting everything inside and making that space smaller. So you're pushing your organs, you're pushing them to where they're not supposed to be in order to look snatched on the outside. What about your health? What about your well-being? Have you thought of the impact this is having on you? Divas, let's be smart. Yes, I definitely want to look fabulous at all times. I want my clothes to look good on me, but at the same time, I don't want to cause myself any health issues because I want to look snatched. So please bear this in mind and be mindful of this when you're dressing up. Make sure that you're not wearing your corsets too often. Your shapewear, if you need to wear it on a daily basis, then maybe get yourself some skims, such as these ones, you know, these types. They will smoothen you out, but they won't constrict you too much, but they will smooth out all the lumps and bumps, and that's really good. But for you to wear corset every day, you want to go from this to this, just like in this picture, it's too much. I've been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. And the funny thing is when you stop, you lose that, because I lost it. I put my weight back on. I did it straight for a year. And yes, I saw the difference, but it's not worth it, because I didn't know the damage I was doing to myself. But now I know better. And I was truly and utterly shocked when I saw all the side effects. So I thought to myself, if I'm coming here and speaking to you, my sisters, saying, make sure you wear your shapewear under your clothes and everything, which I have done, and which I continue to, you know, I continue to wear it, then I thought that I owed it to you to also come and share the side effects that I've discovered. So please, let's be mindful of this, divas. One thing I would like to stress here, divas, is to always remember that, you see, when we wear our body shaper, it's a quick fix to our body image issues. If we're being honest, it's a quick fix, it's a temporary fix. But if you really have body issues, then I think you need to really look at, how do I get rid of my body issues? Like if you have body issues that are affecting you, affecting your psyche, affecting your confidence, and you get to the point whereby you can't step out of your house without having a body shaper on, then you need to look at alternatives. You need to look at perhaps getting a gym membership. You need to look at perhaps going for more frequent walks. You need to look for something, a way to keep you active, as opposed to just constantly relying on shapewear. Like I said, I'm an advocate for shapewear. I always wear my shapewear when I have an event. But even sometimes, I just can't be asked. So I let it all, I let it hang out, I let it loose. Because I can't kill myself. So on those days, I'll wear something a bit looser. So consider that. Wear your skims on the daily if you must. But the corset, you have to restrict that and limit it to only special occasions and special events. Alright, divas, so I just wanted to bring this quick video to come and talk to you about this. I hope you found it helpful. I'm just doing my due diligence. If I'm telling you to ensure that you wear a body shaper under your clothes to make you look nice and smooth and fabulous, and it builds your not builds your confidence, but it makes you feel confident in that moment, then when I found out that it can actually, do the opposite and affect your health and well-being, then I thought I have to come and also let you know the side effects. So yeah, that's what this video is about. It's a quick one, and I just wanted to put this out real quick. The next video would be back to our styling and all that, but this was very important to me, because then I'll be a hypocrite, wouldn't I, if I didn't come and discuss this with you, and I cannot do that. If I found something out, I'm not going to say, oh, but I already did a video telling them to wear it. And so if I don't come and tell them, if I come and tell them, oh, then they'll think, no, I'd rather eat my words. And I'm not eating my words, because at the end of the day, I still wear shapewear. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just saying be very mindful of the side effects, and then maybe cut it down to special occasions only. All right, divas, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Have you experienced any of those side effects that I mentioned? Please comment in the comment box if you have. Let me know if you've experienced any of those side effects, which one, and did you stop wearing your body shaper as a result, or did you reduce it, or what did you do? Did you decide that, okay, that's it, no more for me, or did you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to be wearing this on special occasions only? What did you do when you found out? Do you agree with what I said, in that you should restrict it to special occasions only? For example, on your wedding day, I'm not gonna, of course, by all means wear it. In fact, go for the corset. But make sure you only wear it when it's necessary, and then you take it off when you want to go and dance for the reception, and you change to your reception outfit. Take that thing off. Breathe. It's very important. Okay, divas, let me know your thoughts in the comment box. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I wanted to keep this nice and short. Thank you so much for rocking with me, divas. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I would urge you to please consider doing so and become a member of this family. Click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you do not miss any of my videos. You get notified as soon as they come out, and yeah, rock with me. All right, divas, thank you so much. I really appreciate you spending time with me. I do not take it for granted. Thank you so much. And until next time, divas, stay absolutely fabulous, stay wonderful, stay beautiful. Remember, Jesus loves you, and I, your girl, your sister, your friend, I love you too. Until next time, stay fabulous. Love you loads. Bye bye.